Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Willie, and this is the encouraging word for today. There is a big difference between a prayer to God and a cry to God. A prayer is kind of a normal, everyday communication with God. It's great. We pray most of the time. But then there's a cry to God. A cry has a sound of a desperation to it, almost like a fear, a helplessness to it. I think of situations, maybe a life and death situation, where it's not just a prayer, it's a cry of your heart to God to intervene, to help, to save, to heal. I think of an example of being in a flood, and the water first is up to your knees, then maybe up to your waist, then up to your mid-chest, then up to your neck, and you're just crying out for help, calling for a lifeguard or somebody to help you. Psalm 61 is a cry to God from David. Listen to verse number 1 and 2 of Psalm 61. Hear my cry, O God. Listen to my prayer. From the ends of the earth I call to you. I call as my heart grows faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. David is crying out. David, the one who has a warrior's heart, the one who is not afraid of anything. He's in a situation where his heart is feeling faint. He's feeling desperate. He's unable to help himself and doesn't see any way out. What does he do? He cries out to God. And he cries out that God would lead him to a rock, a solid place to stand. But not just a solid place to stand, a solid ground that is higher than he is. High ground, when a flood comes in, when the floods of trouble come in, we need to get to higher ground, solid, higher ground. I remember once my wife was in a horrible hurricane, and a flood came in her neighborhood where she was living. They had to go to higher ground on the roof to be saved from the hurricane, above the trouble, above the trials, above the struggle. And God has a place for you and for me. And it's a place of safety in the midst of the flood, in the midst of the storm. And we cry out to God, and he will take us to that place that is higher than us. So God bless you today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.